go again. Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Dr. Bob Lee, and you're watching Open. It's the live interactive program that brings the Bronx and New York City straight to your TV set. You can stay connected to us through social media at BronxNet TV. Now, leading things off, our first guest serves as the city leader for the All-Stars. It's an All-Stars project that she leads. She leads all of that programming out there. She's going to talk more about it. She's out there in Jersey, and she's in New York City, too. And she joins us to speak about her organization and the performing arts and development opportunities that it provides our youth from underserved communities. Please welcome to the show, Shadae. We play all the time on WBLS. Shadae McDaniel, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. Thanks for having me. And I'm really excited to share with you all some of the amazing work we're doing at the All-Stars Project. Yes.
Name one Shadae record.
Oh, Smooth Operator. I love Shadae. She's
Yeah, there you go. So you're programming a lot of this stuff for your wonderful organization. You've been doing it since 1981, is that right?
Absolutely. We actually started right in the South Bronx.
All right. South Bronx.
First talent show ever in the South Bronx. We were founded in 81, right there, you know.
and you moved around a little bit. How did the Jersey thing happen and then back into New York City onto 42nd Street?
Yeah, absolutely. So 40 years ago, where we kicked off at our headquarters, which is New York. I know, right? Crazy. We were right there in New York. Our headquarters is right there in New York on 42nd Street, 31,000 square feet of community programming. That's right at the heart of the theater district. And then we're now 20 years in Newark, New Jersey. We expanded. Newark is actually the first innovation or the first, expansion of the All-Stars Project. But we are a national nonprofit organization. We are funded privately. We're in New York, New Jersey. We are in Dallas, San Francisco, and Chicago, just to name a few. But I have the privilege of overseeing the programming in New Jersey and in New York.
Yeah. That's great. And so, wait a minute, you're teaching performing arts, right?
Well, we use performance and improv as a tool of development. So our mission is to transform the lives of youth and poor communities using the developmental power of performance in partnership with caring adults. So we have a myriad of programs. Some of them are literally on stage. We have the talent show program, we have the youth on stage program, and then there's some other programs that are off stage, but the performances that are off stage that help young people learn develop.
And what are some of those programs that we're talking about?
Well, we sponsor free after-school programs for all young people, and one of them is called Development School for Youth. I think I already mentioned Youth on Stage and All-Stars Project. All-Stars Talent Show. And Operation Conversation Cops and Kids. And all of what we do really is make sure we bring people together from all racial, economic, social walks of life, including police officers and young people of color, to create something positive and new together.
Yeah, creating that harmony, especially around these times where we had the uproar and the marches and everything. So it's a conversation between cops and kids to create that harmony.
Oh yeah. Cops and Kids it's phenomenal. It's one of the most in-person transformative programs that I've ever seen. It's our award-winning police community relations program. We run it in partnership with the Newark Police Department as well as the New York Police Department. And you're right, we bring together police officers and young people to do a performance workshop where we use performance and improv and help them build conversation and express empathy. And it really helps teenagers and police officers find ways to improve their relationship.
Do you have something coming up that we can look forward to checking out? Or
well, we have
even if it's virtual.
Yeah, we have a lot going on that we've been able to really pivot during the COVID crisis. And, you know, we've gone virtual. We have thousands and thousands of young people and volunteers, including business professionals who have come together in new ways. Thank God for technology. We've broken geographic boundaries. So in that, you know, we have innovated one of our programs. We have something called development coaching. This is a new coaching, mentoring type program that connects hundreds of business professionals with inner city youth on a one-on-one development. And the reason why this has been so successful is because a lot of young people that work with us say that they feel isolated, they feel even more disconnected from the mainstream than they ever have before. And we had to find ways to make sure that young people can continue building new relationships with people outside of their comfort zone. So this development coaching has like enabled cross-regional connections that we didn't even think of before. So that's been amazing.
But how does that work? How does that work for a youngster meeting up with somebody in business?
Yes, most likely, but actually in all industries. We have such a wide network of caring adults that span all over the nation. And just most recently, we had our first volunteer from Canada. And really what happens is we use a technology that has an algorithm that matches young people to adults in relation to their interest or their dream, or, you know,
I like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. And it's a little bit different than mentoring, where it's going both ways, where adults are also learning something new and being able to engage with people from the inner city that they might not always have the opportunity to do, and learning more about what it's like to relate to different types of people. So that's been groundbreaking for us as well.
That's important too, because a lot of people grow up in a neighborhood where I think everything is, they're conditioned to be a certain person or a certain way. But when they get a chance to break outside of that circle,
they see
different
ways, you know,
different ways.
So one of our programs.
So one of our programs.
Are you improvising?
I'm mirroring you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're improvising with me. I see. It's all a performance. I appreciate you, Dr. Lee.
I love
Development School for Youth does what you just said, though. So like, in addition to development coaching, so Development School for Youth is where young people ages 16 to 21, you know, they perform as professionals, they partner with business leaders, you know, they go to workshops and they sponsor summer internships. And a lot of times, like you said, our kids are really confined to, you know, 4 to 10 block radius. And they might see these skyscrapers, you know, from the sidewalks looking up. But our programs really allow young people to connect with business professionals, senior leaders who invite them into their boardroom and work on building a professional performance with them. But it also takes them outside of their comfort zone and gives them exposure well beyond their, you know, their radius. So
absolutely,
that's another way adults can also be involved. Business leaders from top companies provide this type of training and experience.
Wow. So here we go. You're just like a program director. You can program, if you can program that, you can program just about anything.
Just about anything. I mean, I'm telling you, performance and improv, that approach really does cross boundaries in all different types of industries.
You know, and I tell people all the time, I said, you know, if you want to be a certain person or you want to get a certain job or get into a certain career, I said, copy them. Everybody has their own individuality and own personality. I can copy you, but I won't look like you. But, you know,
you did a great job. You just did a great job.
But I'm just saying that you can be yourself and copy somebody, because you have to fit the sound of a radio station, or you have to fit that particular program that you're going to get that job from.
You just
so you can copy. You got a shadow, you know.
We believe that, we call that you know, being both performance or performing is being both who you are and who you're becoming at the same time. So you definitely want to imitate, copy, pretend. I mean, really pretend. That's what my 3-year-old daughter does. You know, she pretends to be a mom or a student or whatever. And then when you keep doing it and rehearsing it,
repetition,
guess what? It becomes who you are and who you're becoming. So that's
Right.
really you're a smart man, Dr. Lee.
With
That's
your own personal touch.
exactly.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
wouldn't you wouldn't try to sound like a rock and roll DJ trying to get a job at WBLS.
that won't work. You gotta know the performance. You gotta know the play. You know,
Right.
what character are you in this play? You know, we tell our
Right.
young people all the time, like, you know, the performance you have at school is different than the performance you have at church, you know, or at home with your mom. It's not being authentic. It's
Yeah.
being able to, you know, perform in different environments. And that's how we really support our young people getting access to the mainstream. That's how we move the marginalized, you know, into the
Yeah.
mainstream.
And let them know it's a circle of love. Everything comes back around and
I like
around and around and around. It's been done before. It's been copied, but you're going to add your own unique touch,
yes,
personality to it,
yes. You got
your
to keep
own
creating,
individuality.
keep building.
Yeah.
Correct. That's
Thank
impossible.
you for all you're doing. This is wonderful. You got to come back again and tell us more.
Oh, I would be just honored, Dr. Lee. It's really fun. And I hope that, you know, people who are watching today really consider, you know, going to allstars.org/join, find out about our weekly community events, you know, find out how to, you know, work with our young people behind the scenes on our special event
Mhm.
productions. And yes, young people from anywhere can sign up. We have really cool
Uh-huh.
development tips, Dr. Lee, on our YouTube channel where anybody can try something new for the first time and share with us their experience. So definitely take a look at our website, take a look, you know, find us on YouTube, and let's keep growing and developing together.
There you go. I love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Bob.
All right. So the website once again is
www.allstars.org/join. That's forward, right? Yeah, there you go.
yeah. So once again, it's
www.allstars.org/join.
all right. Thank you so much. Shadae McDaniel, city leader, Project All Stars of New Jersey. I'm going to say in New York too.
Yes, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
Also, project of New Jersey and New York.
So, well, thank you for your service and have a wonderful holiday.
You too. Thank you, Dr. Lee.
All right. Love you.
Love you too.
All right. All right. We'll take a break right here. We've got more coming up next.